Is Kerry Carpenter the real deal?
Well, the power is real. There's no question about it.
There's not a lot of 19-round picks that get to the big leagues, much less have an impact. What's the journey been like for you?
I want to be who I am, and who I am is a follower of Jesus. And so whenever it comes up, I don't shy away from it. And so whenever people ask me about it, I love to talk about it. Well, he told me on his birthday that he went in for some kind of check and a number was really high that shouldn't be really high. And so throughout the whole time period, it was kind of just, I never thought anything bad was going to happen. Like, we were all like praying about it, and it all kind of just slowly happened as he did chemo and radiation, and he kept going in for checks, and it was kind of just hard to watch that all happen. And so about 8 months later or so, he passed away. We all had hope until the end, and it was kind of just a tough thing to go through. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody.
What do you think you learned most about yourself during that time?
How much I needed God, to be really honest. It was kind of just like a wake-up call, and that's kind of how God worked in my heart through that. I remember like saying to my family and my friends that I was not gonna use it as an excuse to go be crazy and do things I shouldn't do. So, you know, we're not promised the next day. So I was like, where do I think I'm going if that happens to me? Yeah, there's definitely times where like I think about the memories and kind of just like wish he was here for certain things, like especially when my mom and sister were at my major league debut. I think they were struggling with that too, and understandably. And I always remember going to the Little League fields with him. Like, I remember he was my coach and coach pitch, so I remember he would like be on a knee like throwing to us, and that's kind of the first thing I remember is kind of centered around baseball, but like driving to the field with him and back every day, and like going to practice with him and hitting with him at like our local field in Eustis. So he'd drag me to the field and like throw me BP, like even when I didn't want to be there. So all he did was want to help. And then whenever I got to college and pro ball, he did so much. Like, he came to so many games, like took off work to come to games. Like whenever I was in the GCL after I got drafted in 2019, he would come watch us in the blazing heat in Florida play rookie league games. So I miss that, and like those were just like really cool moments that I look back on. It kind of just like shows me God's goodness whenever I think about it, and whenever I realize that I don't deserve any of this, and it frees me up to play with gratitude, and it frees me up to play with peace and being content in whatever situation, whether you're struggling, whether you're doing well. And so I don't know how people do it without Jesus, because the stress is so much, the ups and downs of the game and life at the highest level, especially how much we go through failure. Like, I've never felt peace and freedom until I surrendered that to him. I hit a couple home runs in Fenway this year, and
fly ball left field, going back to Yoshida. He's going to look up, and that ball is gone. A home run off the light tower over the big green monster in left.
Fenway was somewhere where I wasn't even a Red Sox fan growing up, but I was a David Ortiz fan, and so I was just like, I can't believe I'm hitting homers in the same place that he hit homers, like over the green monster. And I was just like, this is wild. Like, only God could do something like this. And so it just hits me. And then I look in the dugout and I see all my friends like smiling and having a good time. And so it's just like, that kind of stuff hits me all the time.
This young man has real power, and I believe he's only going to get better as he continues to adjust to the league as they adjust to him.
Carpenter unleashes this, a bomb to right field. That was crushed.
I work for PSI Sports Management, and that's Kerry's sports agency. So I met Kerry last year. Right off the bat, I noticed that he was just special in the cage, but more importantly, out of the cage.
I want to be known for playing the game the right way, having perspective, being different, not riding highs and lows, and like all the off the field and the way I carry myself. I want to be a better teammate than I am a player.
Kerry's one of the most genuine guys I've ever met, and his character goes a long way. And just seeing him grow from last year to this year and having that year in the big leagues is just unbelievable, and it's just a testament to Kerry and his character outside of baseball, which makes him that better person on the field.
I just believe that he's faithful, and I believe that in everything I do, if I do everything I can to reach my full potential, that's all I can do, and I can live with peace whenever I do that.
You're on the spot a little bit. What do you think is your full potential if you haven't reached it yet?
I definitely haven't reached it yet, but I'm not willing to put myself or what God can do in a box, so I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
Kerry Carpenter is a guy that you desperately need to watch out for because he is coming and he's starting to make a name for himself.